This is the Hanging with Abe Podcast.
This is the Hanging with Abe Podcast, episode 30, coming to you always from Brockton, Massachusetts. I want to say thank you to everybody that has been tapping in, plugged into the Hanging with Abe Podcast. Thank you for everybody that has subscribed. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also find me on IG, Hanging with Abe Podcast on IG. I have a Facebook group, Hanging with Abe Podcast. Go ahead and join those. Thank you for everybody who tapped in and checked out episode 29. I really appreciate that. All the comments, all the likes, and all the love. Really thank you very much for that. The young lady that I'm going to introduce you to, really means a lot to me. I met her when she was in 8th grade. And, the ambition and everything that she had it in 8th grade as well. The beautiful thing about that story is that she told me when she was in 8th grade that, these are the things that she wanted to do: travel the world, go to college, and do everything that she is doing now. So I'm very proud of her. And ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Lastasia.
Hello, my name is Lastasia Corona. How are you
Yes,
guys?
we are. Hopefully everybody is doing well. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you, and what you do?
Okay, so my name is Lastasia Corona. Like I said, I'm a full-time student at UMass Dartmouth. I'm a model second. I am 22 years old, and I grew up in Lynn, Massachusetts, born and raised.
Okay. Um, how has because you're in college. What year of college are you in?
Okay, so I'm a junior right now. I'm supposed to be a senior, but I'm actually taking an extra year of college because I was like dropping classes and just getting my thing together, switching majors. So with that being said, I'll be graduating in 2023 of December, so like the end of the year.
Yeah, that's when I'm getting married in December 2023.
Okay.
So that's an exciting
Very.
year. How how did you get into modeling?
So, sorry. So I first got into modeling around 14 years old. My mom put me in a few things around here where I got to model for like clothing brands, stuff like that. But then I ended up going to like Texas for an agency, and I got rejected because I was really short. I'm 5'4" now, so you guys can just imagine then. So I got rejected a few times, and I ended up coming back to modeling after the pandemic because I felt like everybody was finding their passions, and I just had to get into something. So I ended up doing modeling again when a photographer reached out to me and asked if I wanted to do a shoot. From there, I just started posting that I would be charging people to do photo shoots, video shoots, and things like that in that area.
Okay. Um, how do you? Is it hard for you to manage everything with like school, and the modeling? Like, has that been hard for you, or have you like kind of like found like something that works for you?
So yeah, I basically found something that works for me. At first, I was like struggling because I had two jobs, full time student, and I was also trying to do modeling. But back in November, I decided to quit my job, so I ended up having more time to focus on school, my modeling, and photo shoots and stuff. And then when January came, I ended up going online for school, so that gave me even more time to just freely do what I want from other places and do shoots in other places and stuff.
Okay. What is your top five best modeling gigs that you've done? If you could rank
Okay,
them.
so I'm gonna rank them from my favorite to yeah, what I like. So my favorite one so far that I've done was the movie set that I got to work on for about a month. That'll be coming out August 2023. That one was my favorite because I got to meet somebody that I really looked up to and like adored. So yeah, she was great to work with. I really liked that, and I got to like learn different experiences and stuff. Just a lot of new things. My second shoot was the Calvin Klein one. I really like that one because it was my most recent one, and I feel like every time I do something, I always get better. And then my last two that I really like, they haven't passed yet, but everything leading up to it has been fun, like orientation and like trying out castings and stuff. That would be New York and LA Fashion Week this September and October.
Okay. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about that, but the movie. So you got the movie coming out August 2023. Now, something like that. Did they reach out to you, or did you reach out to them?
So I actually reached out to them. I seen online that this casting agency called CP Castings was looking for a Zendaya lookalike. So I ended up reaching out to them and was like sending my information in. I actually didn't get it, but I ended up getting something else for a feature in a movie. So I ended up doing that, and yeah, basically like I reached out to them, but then they offered me a different position, which was really good.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Mm.
exciting. And then you have the Calvin Klein shoot that you just posted, that you just did. Like, how was that experience? Was that something different for you?
Somewhat, because it was like working with a male model, and I don't think I've actually worked with a male model before. And also, it was
Okay.
like unedited photos, so it was very like natural and like fun. Like, there's a few more pictures that I'm gonna post where I'm like laughing in it and stuff, and those are all like naturally taken photos of like me just joking around with the photographer and such. So I feel like that one was really fun. Yeah, it was cool.
Okay. And then you got New York and LA Fashion Week. Like, how? I mean, that has to be. I mean, you have to really be looking forward to that. I mean, for the people that don't know what Fashion Week is, can you kind of like explain to them a little bit like what Fashion Week is and like what goes
Yeah,
into
so
that?
Fashion Week is a really big week for models, designers, and just like people into clothing overall. Fashion Week is once, like what, every couple months in New York and other places where all these people get together, designers like Fendi, Michael Kors, from anywhere down to like streetwear to like high fashion get together, and like they do a bunch of shows running every single day from like 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. There's parties after. There's just a bunch of things going on where people are showing the new clothes for fall, winter, all that stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Now, will you do you like with something like Fashion Week? My guess is like you'll be modeling um clothes of like of like fashion of like people who create clothes and stuff like that, like fashion. Like, do you have someone's line that you're going to wear, or are you just going to wear multiple
So the
lines?
way that it works, it's my first fashion week, so I'm definitely gonna go in there and try to get as much designers to want me to walk for them. Because in reality, it's like when they see you, if they want you, they want you. You know. So when I go there for my first show that I have booked, I only have one booked as of right now in New York. When I go there, I'm gonna be talking to other designers, so we'll see how many I can get. But as of right now, I do have one designer, and I don't know who it is. I don't get to find out until like a couple weeks before the show. But yeah, I'm excited to find out who it is. I know there's a lot of good designers in the show as of right now.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
exciting. That's really, really exciting. Um, where do you like when you think about like where you started with the modeling? Like, what advice would you give like somebody that because like I have a young lady that I teach now, and like she wants to be a fashion designer, she wants to be a
Mm.
model. I don't know anything about that. So like what advice could you give like a young woman, or even like a young man at that also?
My top advice that I'd probably give you straight off the dome would be network your ass off. Only because who you know can really like help you in the long run. Like a lot of people don't have the experience, but they have the connections, and that's what matters in the end. Because if you know this person, they like your personality, they like who you are, what you stand for. automatically they're gonna think of you when they need somebody first, And that's where I first started. Like,
Yeah.
people weren't thinking about me because I wasn't posting anything and I wasn't, like, you know what I mean, talking about it. But more that I talk about it, more that I like talk to people that are also in the same industry or even close to it, I get more out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 I mean, when I think about modeling or like something like you're doing, I would think that like networking is like the biggest
Yeah.
thing, right? Because I feel like networking is the biggest thing with everything. I feel like if you network, is the more that you network, the more that you're going to be
Mhm.
successful. Um, and like even like with this, like I reach out to like tons of people, famous people. Some people write me back, some people
Mhm.
don't. But it's just like you gotta like you have to try, you have to put yourself out there to try to see like who you can connect with and what can happen.
Yeah.
Um, where do you hope like modeling takes you? Like what do you hope to accomplish as a model? What other things do you want to do?
For one, I am short. Not short in the sense of like what everybody thinks, but for modeling, I'm very short. I'm 5'4", really 5'3.5", but I tell everybody I'm 5'4" because it gets me more. But
Yeah.
with that being said, I'm also not like super skinny or super curvy like the models are now. So what I want to
Yep.
do and what my goal is to really change the modeling industry for girls like me. Like, I want to be able to look in a magazine and see a girl that's 5'3", 5'2", whatever the case may be, and like still not
Yep.
that thick or still not that skinny, but still doing her thing. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to be one of like the most like known, famous, wealthy models out of Massachusetts at least. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get
Yeah.
there, and once I get there, it's gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that's a good. I think that's a good way to think about it. Like, do you run into like because like when you think about a model, right? You think tall, right? Have you missed out on like on shoots because like it's been a height requirement or like no?
Yes, like that was another thing I was gonna say for advice. Like, you have to be okay with rejection because I've got rejected so many times. Like, I won't even get a response back for some shoots just because I'm under 5'7". You know what I mean? Like, it really depends, and
Yeah.
that has nothing to do with me. It just really has what they're looking for. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Right. Right. Like you say like like rejection. Is it like when that happens? Is it hard for you? Like say like there's a gig that you really like something that you really want to do, and like they don't get back to you or they say no. Like, is that difficult? Is that really hard for you?
At first, I used to be like, "Oh my god, like that's so annoying. I'm not doing that again. I'm not reaching out to them again." Because there's a lot of agencies where they won't even email you back from one thing, but they'll email you back for another. You know what I mean? So you're getting rejected 9 times out of 10. So at first, it was hard to be like, I'm gonna shoot my shot again. But now I realize that it has nothing to do with me. It's just what they're looking for. And with that being said, I have to try every single time. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean that's good. I mean, and it's good that you stuck with it because it's paying off for
Yeah.
you. Um, and I think, I mean, again, right? Because I think when everybody thinks about modeling, you think about like tall
Hmm.
but like the fact that you're not that tall, but you're still out here doing, everything that you want to do is very, is
Thank you.
incredible. Um, have you had a chance to meet anybody famous? Have you met anybody famous?
Yeah, so my favorite person that I met that's famous was definitely the girl that I met on set. I don't know if I can like say who it is because the NDA that I signed, but yeah, I got to work
Yeah,
with
yeah,
her
yeah.
for a month, and I've always loved her photos, her modeling aspects, her like acting. You know what I mean? So, and I grew up off of her, so I feel like that was someone that I really liked that I got to meet. Who else did I get to meet? I met like a few famous people that were Spanish artists. I honestly like I meet a
Okay.
lot of people that are famous that I don't know that are famous, to be honest. Yeah, it's weird because like when you're in this industry, you're gonna meet a lot of people that like to keep their fame hush hush, I guess you could say. So like a lot of
Yeah.
these people dress regular, a lot of these people don't like act famous or walk around with big bodyguards, but like yeah, most of them are really cool and like Yeah, I did get to meet a few famous people.
Okay, okay. Um, like like you say, like the industry, like what have you? What's the good thing? What's the good stuff about the industry, and then what's the bad stuff about it? Like, what do you like about it, and what don't you like?
So my favorite thing about the industry is that I have two favorite things. One, I get to
Okay,
have a lot of experiences, travel, meet a lot of people, and then two, I get paid for
okay,
being pretty. So like that's fun. But then one thing that I really don't like about it is that I get paid for being pretty because of the fact that like you're always gonna be judged. You know what I mean? You have to be okay with being
right,
judged, your
right.
face, your body. People are gonna say things to you that's like, why would you say that to me? But then again, it's like I'm a model, like they can say whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I mean that has to be hard because like you have. I feel like you almost have to be perfect
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
You know, like you can't have. I feel like you can't have like an off day. Like you have to be on all the time. And like
Yeah.
that has to be a
It
lot.
is.
Like when I
Sorry,
think,
not to cut you off.
go ahead.
It's cool being like on point every day, but that I feel like that's more the outside aspect of it than inside. Because inside the industry, you really just have to be you. You know what I mean? Like people, they're always looking for normal people. They're always looking for people that other people can relate to. So if you're trying to be perfect, nobody's
Yeah,
gonna be able to relate to you. Nobody's gonna want to book you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, I totally understand that. Um, have you like? I mean, you know, because I feel like with any type of success comes people that just, for whatever reason, just dislike people. Have you been given like? Have you received like any hate towards you, or have people been very supportive?
So for the most part, I have a lot of supporters. I really appreciate them. They're really like awesome. People always reaching out to me and telling me how I inspire them. But I do, on the other hand, have a few trolls. I also think it's
Yeah,
inspiring because you made a fake page to stalk me. So like, you know what I mean? Like, it comes with it. You know what I mean? And if you don't have people that hate you, you're not doing something right. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, no, I mean, like, I mean, that's the thing that I just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I would think that everybody would like to be supportive of
yeah.
everybody, but it doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's not supportive of the things that you are
Mhm.
doing. Would you would you ever like want to own a business? And if you owned a business, what business would you
Yes.
own?
I actually was just talking about this. I would have loved to come out with like a sunglass brand or like, um, yeah, sunglasses is
Okay.
like really cute to me. I like purses and like things like that, like just accessories, things to make your like outfit better. So in the long run, when I get my face brand out there more, I definitely will come out with either like a sunglass brand or some type of jewelry brand with my name on it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that you know that sounds
Yeah.
like a plan. If you like, I'm all about quotes. So, do you have what is a quote you stand and you live by?
I actually have
If
it
you had to
in
pick
my
a quote.
notes, so I'm gonna go in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in
Okay.
there and take that quote
Okay.
out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, not a problem.
Sorry, I have so many in here. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually I screenshot like a lot of like different quotes or like people saying different things. I'll screen record and like, you know, I'll just keep it on my phone. Sometimes I post them, sometimes I
Yeah.
don't. But just in case like I want to post it, like I'll just keep it on my phone and I'll just go back
hmm
to it.
I honestly can't find it, but it goes something like, I can't find it. My notes are so cluttered.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
actually from a movie. Um, it's something like assess your options and keep going. Something around that area. I can't really remember right now, but it's something that does keep me going because it's like basically look at what you have, what can you do with it, and just keep it pushing. You know. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
important. So if you could pick 10 people dead or alive to bring to a dinner, who would you bring?
That are alive right now.
Dead or alive? They can be dead, they can be alive. If you had to pick 10 people to bring to a dinner,
Okay, so 10 people. First would probably be like, I don't know. I like Will Smith.
okay,
So
Will
Will
Smith. Will
Smith.
Smith's fine.
Um, we can definitely eat with Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Okay,
I would have said Kim Kardashian, but I'm gonna actually go for her mother, Kris, because she's the one that handles everything. So yeah,
okay, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Her. Who else? JFK. I don't know. Recently, I've been really liking documentaries about him and his family, so I'm really like into that. Who else? I don't know. Probably like I'm gonna give you one more. Um, I don't know. I feel like I'd probably just bring my grandma or something so she can meet everybody and we can talk.
Okay, your grandma. Yeah,
Yeah, and then let's say Bella Hadid because why the hell not?
yeah.
Yeah, and then I'd probably do like what's my favorite director? I don't know. Probably like Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Why Dr. Seuss? That's an interesting one. I haven't
Yeah,
heard
Dr.
that one.
Seuss, just because everybody likes Dr. Seuss books, and like the first thing that just stuck with me was a Dr. Seuss book. Why not? We've all read them, we've all grew up off them, so like
Yeah,
definitely could be relatable, and I could probably learn something from him. Who else? I don't know. Probably like Barack Obama. I feel like these are so weird, but I think Barack Obama is really handsome and smart, so why not? And
yeah.
then who else? I don't know. I don't have like a lot of like celebrity or like anybody that I really look up to. Probably like Batman. I like Batman because yeah, like the storyline's pretty good. You know, these are good people I would have good conversations with. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. No, that's good. I mean, that's what you want. I mean, if you had 10 people to bring to a dinner, you want to make sure that everybody can talk. Yeah. I mean, if I had 10 people I can bring to a dinner, oh man, I would bring Jay Z would be one.
that's a good one.
Um, yeah, I love Jay Z. You know that.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle would be two.
Okay.
I just think Nipsey Hussle just was really. I just think he was really smart, and I just think he had a lot of knowledge, and I would have loved to like sit down and have a conversation with him. And I
Yeah.
just love his hustle and his
Hmm.
ambition, to like just bet on himself. That's two.
I would.
Michelle
Yes, I
Obama.
would definitely want to talk to Nipsey's wife. Okay.
Yep, Lauren London. Yep. Michelle Obama. I would have Michelle Obama at the dinner. I would have Aaliyah at the dinner. Um, Michelle Obama, Aaliyah. That's what four. That's five, four. Um, who else would I have? Angie
I
Martinez.
don't know.
Um, I'm a big Angie Martinez fan. That's the reason why, like, I started the
Really?
podcast and stuff like that. It was like based off Angie Martinez. I'm a big
Yeah, I
fan of
need to get
hers.
her.
Um, I reached out to her. I tried to get her on the podcast, but she don't. She never responds.
Don't
So,
stop though, because I'm telling you, they just probably
but I
don't see
tried.
it.
Yeah, I've tried. I've tried to get her on here to see if she'll come on, but I'm definitely gonna keep
Yeah.
trying. Who else would I say? This is tough.
It is tough, right?
I think Will Smith. Will Smith is my favorite actor. Even though he did what he did to Chris Rock, I still really support him, and I like him a lot. I mean, I just think that I just think he's lost and he's trying to find himself. He's going through a lot, so I can't hold that
I know I don't
against
hold
him.
that against him at all,
Um,
honestly.
yeah, you can't hold that against him. And I don't know. I would think that like my last thing would be like a lot of the students that I used to teach,
Yeah.
because like I follow like a lot of you like on like Instagram, Snapchat, and like it's just nice to see um like what a lot of you have
Mhm.
become, and like the adults that you guys have become. Like that's been great to like watch. And like I've been teaching for, I think I'm going into like year 14
Wow,
now.
that's so
So
amazing.
yeah, I've been doing this for a while. Like I'm still teaching middle
Mhm.
school, you know what I'm saying? But I've been doing this for a while. So it's like nice to see like everybody that I've taught, like, growing up and like doing, just incredible things like yourself. I just think you're doing great
Thank you.
things,
I
and
appreciate
I
it.
just hope that everything, yeah, I just hope that everything continues to just work out for you, because I just, you deserve that.
Same, so do you. I
Thank you.
appreciate it though, because a lot of us like we're so scared to become adults, I guess, but we're doing exactly what we want. So I appreciate you still
Right.
reaching out and wanting to like still have a relationship with us, you know?
Yeah, yeah, no, I mean, it means it's important to me because, like, again, like, we've had a lot of these conversations before they actually happen,
Hmm.
so like when you were, telling me like, what you wanted to do and your dreams and your aspirations, like, it's just nice to see like you've done all
Yeah.
that, like you're working towards that. And, I just hope that like everything continues to work out for you,
Thank
and like
you.
you just continue to grow. Do you like, would you consider yourself a role model?
Uh, um, somewhat, I guess. I mean, it depends on the person that you know what I mean wants to look up to you. Does anybody else consider me a role model? Because I have my days where it's like I don't feel like I'm a role model. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm a regular person just trying to figure things out. But I mean, I
Yeah.
guess you can say some of the choices that I have chosen are better than some choices that others have chosen. So I guess it's like a few things you can look up to me. I feel like the fact that I'm still in school and still doing what I want, you know what I mean? There's a lot of like
Yeah.
also like restrictions on just girls and like what we can and can't do, you know what I mean? So I feel like there a lot of females can look up to me, you know what I mean? So yeah, I guess sometimes I feel like a role model.
Yeah, I mean, like that has to be. I mean, because you're also a sister.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, how has that been? Like, like being an older sibling, because you're an older sibling.
Yeah.
Like, how's that relationship been for your younger siblings? Like watching you do all the stuff that you're doing.
So for them, it's really fun, especially like when my brother found out that I got to work on the movie set and I met like that famous person. He was like really amped. He's like, "That's my crush. That's my crush." So like for them, it's like awesome to see. But for me, it's also good to see like my reflection onto them. Because like my sister at first she didn't want to go to college, but now she's going all the way to Berry College in Miami. So I feel like that was definitely a flip over the last year. And whether I had any
Yeah.
influence on it, I feel like it's still awesome that I get to see her do that, you know, and push towards her dreams. My little brother, now that I do what I want and what I love, I feel like I have to pay attention to my little brother because he's at the age where he's like 10 years old, and that's where like kids really start to see if they're going to the league or not. You know what I mean? And I want my brother to be able to do that. He
Yeah.
wants to play baseball. So like I want him to go to league. I want him to experience all that stuff. So like now I'm really focused on him like getting his dreams together and like just doing all the things he needs to do to prepare himself so when he's my age he can do that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's Now, do you still stay in Lynn? Have you guys moved? Have you guys moved
Yeah,
away
so
from Lynn?
my family lives in Swampscott, but I moved to Linfield. I got my first apartment back in like January with my boyfriend, and we moved to Linfield, and we've been living there
Okay.
ever since.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Linfield is nice. Linfield is nice. Like how? So like having a relationship and being a mom and like doing what you do, traveling, and the people that you meet, the people that you interact with. How was that like? Has that been hard in your relationship, or Like, how has that been for you guys?
So, for a lot of people, it's surprising because the fact that I do modeling and like have to pose with other males and like have to engage in video shoots with males and stuff like that, a lot of people would expect it to be
Yeah,
hard on my boyfriend or my relationship. But honestly, he's so like supportive and he wants me to do the things that I want to do that he's like, he'll get like an attitude for a second having to see another man on me,
yeah,
but he's actually like more supportive than people think and he's okay with it surprisingly. So yeah, it's been fun. It's just been
yeah,
like a nice roller coaster for the both of us.
yeah. No, I mean that's I mean that's a lot, especially
Mhm.
when you see your significant other, she's posing, and these type, and different things like that. But I mean, the good thing is like you just, I mean, communicate and you just,
Yeah,
keep everybody in the loop on everything.
exactly.
Um, what would a younger Lastasia tell? What would an older Lastasia tell a younger Lastasia?
If I could talk to myself and like
What
go back, I'd probably tell myself to start sooner. I'd feel like I'd be a lot bigger or farther in my career. Like if I would have started sooner, I'd probably be where I want now. But honestly, everything happens for a
yeah.
reason, and like um, everything happens on a good timing and God's timing. So with that being said, that's probably what I would tell myself to start sooner. But I'm actually okay with everything now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Have like who's like as far as inspiration, right? Because I feel like when you are doing anything in any profession, there's people that you look up to that have done it before you. Do you have any models that you look up to, like people that you're like, you know what, I want to do what she did, or I want to be better than what
Yeah.
she was? Do you have that motivation, or people that you
Yeah,
look up
I
to?
do honestly. A lot of people don't like look up to the people that I look up to. They find them weird, like Kim
Yep.
Kardashian and like Zendaya, Kylie Jenner, stuff like that. Um, I look up to them because not only are they like super talented, sexy women, but they're also business women. And like you can't get one over on them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like they get their money and they
Right.
go. Like, you know what I mean? I really like that and I really look up to
Right.
that.
Yeah, I mean that's the best thing, and I think that seeing women in power is just a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. Like Camilla Harris is is our
Hmm.
vice president. Like it's just like all the lanes that are opening up. Like I think it's a beautiful thing to like have to see
Hmm.
that, and like and you want it to be like independent. My guess is like you want to be independent and be in control
Yes.
of your
As
own
much as I
success,
can,
right?
honestly. A lot of people ask me if I sign to an agency or look for one. And with the experiences that already been through, I feel like being connected to an agency right now just isn't for me. I like being able to freelance and like literally make my own schedule and like take whatever jobs I feel comfortable taking. So yeah, I feel like an agency right now isn't the best thing, but in the long run, maybe.
Okay, okay. Um, I think I got like a
Hmm.
few more questions to ask you
Okay.
before I let you go. So you have the Fashion Week coming up. The movie's coming out in
Yep.
2023. Um, do you and you've done like shoots. You've done shoots already that are getting ready to come out. Also, you said right?
Do I have any shoots that are also coming out? I have like, let me think, because some of them really do take a long time to come out, especially like music videos. I have like two music videos that haven't dropped yet. Yeah, that I
Okay.
did last month at the end and one at the beginning. So yeah, those two haven't dropped yet. And then I have one shoot with my sister that's gonna be coming out soon. That's fun. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
That's
fun because my sister's
yeah.
nothing like me, but I finally got her to do something that I like. So yeah, I can't wait to share that one.
Yeah. That sounds cool. The music video, like, how was that experience? That's like
Yeah.
different. You know what I mean? Being on the set of a music video.
So music videos are actually really fun. I haven't got to work with like a big crowd in music videos, so most of the time I'm like the only girl there, which I kind of like because you're more comfortable when it's just you, the photographer, and like the
Yeah.
artist. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I like music videos. They're fun. They help me like just network more and like get to know a lot of people because there's a lot of people that do music that you would actually never know that they're
yeah,
famous or that they have like a lot of Instagram following or whatever the case may be.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's good. Do people reach out to you like? 'Cause I mean, I know like there's local artists that trying to rap and they do videos. Do people reach out to you to do videos for
Yeah,
them?
honestly, a lot of my bookings come from local community people that I've like grew up with or like just knew here and there. Um, but surprisingly, even those people in the community that I live around like will reach out to other people for me, and so like I've got to work in Providence and like Connecticut and things like that because of that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, I really appreciate you coming on here and like just telling your
Hmm.
story. And like I said at the beginning, I'm very proud of you for everything that you're
Thank you.
accomplishing. I just hope that you continue to like work hard and you continue to progress. And I just wish you all the success. I mean,
Thank
you
you. So do
deserve it.
you.
Um, and thank you. And hopefully, um, I'll definitely catch the movie when
Yes,
it
I
comes
can't
out.
wait. I
Um,
hopefully will be having like a watch
I follow you.
party.
I follow you on. Yeah, I follow you on Instagram. So I'll definitely stay in touch on everything that you're doing. But again, I'm very proud of
Thank
you,
you.
and just continue
Thank you
continue to
so
do
much for
well.
having me. It was so fun catching up to you, catching up with you.
No problem. No problem at all. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Bye.
All right. That was episode 30 of the Hanging with Abe podcast. Again, Lastasia, go ahead and follow her IG. Like I said before, she is going to be everywhere when it's all said and done. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for me, man. I really appreciate all the love and support. And I would just want to say thank you again for everything. This is the conclusion of episode 30 of the Hanging with Abe podcast.